What is going on, guys? Xtimus here. So today we're going to be going over the best hell viable low budget builds class by class. Every now and then I let you guys choose a YouTube video for me to make. Thank you to everyone who suggested this video in the community section of my YouTube channel. To help you choose a good class that fits your playstyle, make sure you check the timestamps in the description. If you would like to see the top tier builds in this video, skip to the top tiers list near the end of the video. I have covered all of these builds before. If you want a more detailed guide to the class you choose, there is a video in the description below for your class. We are going to go from left to right on all classes, starting with the Amazon. The Lightning Javelin Amazon. She throws javelins that shoot out lightning. I wouldn't recommend this build compared to other builds on this list, but if you really want to play the Amazon, this is the build to go for. If you have a friend that is willing to play a Paladin that invests points into Conviction Aura, this would be an extremely overpowered duo. The Conviction Aura would massively increase the damage and also remove lightning immune monsters. You would be able to farm almost anything in the game in a very fast and effective way. Most of the gear for a Javelin Amazon is cheap in the trading community, so over time you would be able to gear her up very quickly. For the Assassin, I would recommend a trap build. This build lays down traps that shoot out lightning. This is an extremely effective build solo since the lightning traps do a massive amount of damage. It is a very easy build to play because for the most part you cast a few traps and they do all of the work for you. You can just stay back away from the monsters and relax. You don't need much gear either to make this character extremely effective in hell mode. This build would also go very well with a Conviction or a Paladin. For the Necromancer, the best budget class is a Summoning Necromancer. This build is extremely fun to play since you can summon skeletons and even revive monsters to fight for you that you killed, similar to having a pet. This build is fun, however it will take more skill in maintaining your spells to be effective. You will have to consistently respawn your revived monsters since eventually they expire, and also keep up with casting debuffs on monsters. On top of that, you will have to cast Corpse Explosion to do the most effective damage. Overall, it is a very effective build, it just requires more skill in paying attention to what you are doing. The Frenzy Barbarian is going to be a good choice if you are looking for a melee build. All melee builds have much lower damage than spellcasters, so don't expect the clear speed to be as fast, but it's still very effective. The Barbarian has very high survivability, and Frenzy gives a huge boost to run speed for a short time so you can travel more quickly. It's a very fun build to play, and it's one of my favorites. I have a build guide I created on the Frenzy Barbarian, and you can make a very effective, cheap budget build, and I highly recommend this for melee fans. For the Paladin, the Hammerdin is the one build that rules them all. The only con to this build is when you first start off, you won't have teleport for a very long time. So the Sorceress may be a good choice in the beginning to item farm bosses quickly with teleport. However, he will be able to clear anything in the game, along with having huge buffs. The Blizzard Sorceress would have taken the #1 spot for this video if it was for item farming. It's just not a very good hell viable build unless you are just farming Mephisto for item drops. It has a huge item progression. It is my favorite build to play when I am magic finding. You will find a ton of very endgame unique items if you consistently farm Mephisto with this build. If you get bored easily and you want to farm other areas of the game, I wouldn't recommend playing this build. This hybrid build is a good way to farm almost all areas of the game, and to have teleport. It is going to require more skill and attention to what you are doing, so you can switch to Firewall if a monster is immune to cold damage. The build will have a decrease in damage since you are investing in two different skill trees. The Lightning Sorceress is the most overpowered build in this class. She focuses on casting lightning and staying back. It's not going to be the best build on a budget, but if you have a Paladin with Conviction Aura, it will be extremely overpowered. The Windy Druid is a unique spellcaster that can cast hurricanes and tornadoes. This is a very effective spellcaster that can clear almost all areas in the game. Most spellcasters have issues with monsters being immune to their spells, And since the tornadoes deal physical damage, you will be able to farm any area in the game. He also gets some very nice damage absorbing buffs and a life buff. There's the best hell viable low budget builds. Thank you to everyone in my community who suggested this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell button when you want to get notified when I upload new Diablo 2 videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next video.